as a resolution from the neck, unanimously and on record. And today we take the opportunity, and I'm very humbled, to take the opportunity to unveil one of the most courageous, available, accessible, intelligent, because I remember I was with this person in the military court martial. He was, Guti was wanting to intimidate him. Why are you wearing black? Says this is the attire of lawyers. During the campaign trail, this is somebody who made sure that people moved around. This is a person who is a very big asset, the most feared asset for Nup. And I am speaking of a very great person. I don't even know, one time I think he was a priest or whatever, but of course very handsome. Waiswa! As the deputy spokesperson of the National Unity.
So, comrades and friends, as you know, for a long time we've had the spokesperson of the National Unity Platform, Honorable Joel Senoni, and he's not here with us unfortunately, but we had to, the time has come and we needed to have a deputy spokesperson who has just been unveiled by the deputy president. So Comrade Waiswa Mufumbiro, congratulations sir. He is going to be the deputy spokesperson of the National Unity Platform moving forward. And should you take over from me right now, sir?
Yes.
And continue doing your function.
I'm very, very humbled. I am well, the feeling is quite different, I should say. But it is extremely very humbling that I have been called to serve in another designation, and that is being the messenger of the great message of this revolution that is anchored on reality. That has been seen physically and I believe yet to be seen against the dictatorship of General Dr. Museveni. I do not take this noble duty and responsibility given to me by comrades of the struggle, and I want to categorically state that I will take on this responsibility with all the nobility it deserves. I will execute it with honor and prestige. And of course, to the naysayers, that we shall equally be very lethal, especially in terms of backtracking us with the progress of fighting the dictator. Anybody out there who wants to assume that the National Unity Platform will keep silent against the propaganda of the state on our formidability and desires to fight the general dictator Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, your days are also out, because we shall go on bare knuckle. The time is done for us to macerate those that are working with the dictator, because if you look at the trajectory of our country, we cannot afford to sit back. We cannot afford as a generation to keep quiet and therefore expect the loudest noise from the deputy spokesperson in terms of working day and night to bring this dictatorship to an end as soon as possible. That will be that will be the purpose of our office. And of course, I'm very lucky that I am going to be working under the very close supervision of Honorable Joel Senyonyi, who has done a tremendous job for the party and for the revolution up to now. He's a seasoned former journalist, and now he's a lawyer, so I believe we shall have such a team. He is very eloquent in a number of languages. I so much yearn to learn a lot from him, and equally I believe, being that I come from the eastern side of Uganda, even those who have been singing the song of tribalism, just looking at the picture of this desk, I believe they will not have another cup of tea. But I want to assure you, it's doomsday for government and the spokespersons of government. Bring it on. The sky is falling for this dictatorship. I thank you very much. I know the values, the drifts of this party that I'm going to speak for, and Mr. Secretary General and the Vice President and the entire National Executive Committee, I commit myself in front of the world and the country that I will execute it to the latter. I thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Comrade Waiswa Mufumbiro. Again, I know that it's doomsday for the regime. So a lot has been said in English. I want to request one opportunity to Chairman Nyanzi to summarize what has been said, especially by Dr. Lina, the issues that we're trying to deal with. And maybe also we'll have one or two issues to add. And then we'll take about 2-3 questions and we'll end today's presser. Oh, why is in Uganda? Yes. So I'll have a chairman speak something in Uganda and then Waiswa in Uganda, and then we'll have the questions.
Ekisoka ng'omusuga ndikwenda kwebaza Kibumbo mu weekend. Mbidde nti abaana bano abali wano abagabula kwentakoba nti Kibumba nabyokegabula Baba Zena eno nkani National Unity Platform bampaire ekyaganya okuba wainwa era okuweereza obubaka obw'ensonga edigema mu kutola kunakyemalira akulemeseza n'okutembeeta busoga obukalamu. So olwaleero ndikwenda okusima obuvunaanyizibwa buno obumpereirwa era nayenda okusuubiza Abannayuganda n'abasogoyi ffe National Unity Platform yatununula mu mikono gya nakyemalira Yoweri Kaguta Museveni yabanga olwaleero eri mikono gya National Unity Platform. So nenda okukoba nti njakozesa omukisa guno okwongerayo amaloboozi ewala okuba nti obubaka buno obw'enkyukakyuka bubuna buli wamu. Baganda bange, njagala okutwala omukisa guno okwebaza akakiiko ka National Unity Platform akampadde obuvunaanyizibwa nate obulala bwe ndowooza nti bwakuyitibwa mbuyise calling kuno kuyitibwa kupya okw'obuvunaanyizibwa bwe ndowooza nti ffenna tuyinza okuba nga generation bwe twazaalibwa okukola obw'okwetaaga olulako nakyemalira Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Ebibeera mu lutalo lw'okulwanyisa nakyemalira mumanyi bulungi nnyo nti bagezaako nnyo okutusiiga ekifaananyi ekikyamu naddala mu abo ababakutte omumuli mu kulwanyisa nakyemalira. Era mulaba nti National Unity Platform bagisongamu nnyo n'ebigambo byetayogedde bavaayo ne bagamba nti National Unity Platform kwebyo kweyimiridde batusiiga enziro okutunafuya okugenda mu maaso mu lutalo lwe twatandika olutagenda kudda mabega olw'okuwummuza akakundi akanakyemalira Yoweri Kaguta Museveni ketulowooza nti tugenda kuwummuza mu buvunaanyizibwa era mu bbanga eritali lyewala nga bwe tukola emisana n'ekiro. Nabwe kityo okuba nti bampadde omulimu gw'okubeera Ssekamwa amyuka omwogezi w'ekibiina kya National Unity Platform, nsiimye nnyo obuvunaanyizibwa buno. Nsuubiza nakyemalira obudde obw'akazigizigi gy'ali kubanga nze nzikiriziganya oluusi n'okuddizaayo okusinziira ku mizaani gye baba batuleetedde. Tujja kuba babuvunaanyizibwa mu kwogera eri eggwanga mu kutambuza message ffe baani bugenda kuba buvunaanyizibwa baffe okusiga ekifaananyi. National Unity Platform be baani? People power kyekiki? Ge maanyi g'abantu. Abantu amaanyi g'abantu oluusi gabakola ki? Gabatabula. Kyova olaba kati n'abamu batandika okulowooza okutondawo ebintu ebirala kubanga ndowooza tetuvuddeeyo, kubanga buli muntu ensiga emanya nti waliwo ebimu ebyaggwa okukanyizibwako nga ensi ebitwala mu maaso. So njagala okuwebaza mukisa guno ogumpeereddwa. Bannamawulire tukolere wamu, nzize okuyiga bingi byesimanyi byemumanyi. Nsaba tukolere wamu omulimu guno ogw'okutambuza obubaka. Sigenda kutambuza obubaka bwange Waiswa, sigenda kutambuza obubaka bwaki, naye nzize ndowooza okwongerayo obubaka obw'enkyukakyuka kuba Pulezidenti alina engombo gy'agamba nti Katonda asobola kukola ekyo kyokka ekyosobola okukola ki? Okukola. Ndowooza nti ekyo kwengenda okusinza olw'amazima n'okumakinga sure nti ng'omugigi tulaga obuvunaanyizibwa ku ki kye tuyinza okutwala owa gye tuyinza otwala eggwanga lyaffe Uganda naddala ku myaka 35 gyeribaddemu kumpi tugenda mwana nga giri mu mikono gy'omuntu omu atalina wadde exposure. So neyanza nnyo obuvunaanyizibwa buno. Mukama Katonda nsaba atugumye kubanga era si kyangu naye omulimu era si ffe ensiga entiitiizi. Tujja gukola nga tetutiitiridde muntu yenna, nga twogedde amazima kubanga ffe tuyimiriddewo ku nsigo ey'ebyaddala. Bino byaddala era tonsuubira kumpita byakunywamu caayi, ngenda kujja kwogera gye muli ebyaddala. I am carrying the message. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala.
Thank you very much, Comrade Waiswa Mufumbiro, and we have all the confidence in this brother and comrade. He has distinguished himself. So for a few minutes, Chairman Nyanzi will speak to us a bit, and then we'll take some questions from the press.
Yes, before Chairman Nyanzi gives his speech about what just happened, unveiling our deputy spokesperson, Waiswa Mufumbiro, a man from eastern Uganda, specifically Jinja district. Yes, that's what just happened today. For those just joined in, our party and the movement, People Power and National Unity Platform, they unveiled a deputy spokesperson, and that's none other than Waiswa Mufumbiro. And I'm very sure you all know Waiswa Mufumbiro. You know what he does. He communicates and he knows how to communicate. So he is well deserved for the post. I'm so confident. And for those who did not know what just happened, that is what just happened. The party, the platform unveiled a deputy spokesperson. Remember, Joel Senyonyi is the chairman, Kosasi, is the MP for Nakawa East, and at the same time is the spokesperson. So abadde yetaaga omuntu asobola okumuyambako. That's what just happened. Iranga in a move gye bakoze, I believe even you out there obadde oddawo n'okirowoozaako n'okitunulako n'olabanga at some point Joel ajja kubeera zitowererwa. Wati Joel omusajja mulungi, ayogera, amanyi okusengeka ebigambo, amanyi okwogera mu nnimi ez'enjawulo, ayogera Olunyankole, ayogera Olunyolo, ayogera Oluganda, ayogera Oluzungu. Man, oli kyali ayogera ennimi mpitirivu. Naye ate ne Waiswa Mufumbiro ate naye mukyamu, ate musabuzi mulungi. Yeah, musabuzi abamumanyi mumanyi. So that's what just happened, and I'm very sure everyone is happy. NUP tewali appointment yali ekoze ne disappointing abantu. We baleta Joel, man, it was just smiles on each and everyone's lips. Even the same case to do with the Waiswa Mufumbiro. So I want you to listen to other leaders, what they said regarding the current situation of this our country. Mujukire nti bintu bingi bigenda maaso. Babuziza ku bibuuzo bya Dr. Kiza in front something gye baguddewo bigabe boogera. Ogenda kuwulira how our leadership of NUP responds to most of the questions. Maybe even you bibuuzo byoyina. So terera naye above all spread the message, spread the message. Nyiga ku share button yeyo message ebirenga yeyongerayo wala
bannange bannamawulire ntwala omukisa guno okuyozayoza muganda waffe Waiswa okutwala obuvunanyizibwa okubeera deputy spokesperson. Omusajja ono afubutuka e Busoga ali tested era sebo we balinye okukkiriza obuvunanyizibwa obwo. Njagala okuddamu okunnyonnyola ebigambo bya vice president waffe byayogedde mu Lungereza ate n'amaani abyogera mu Lweri. Ekisooka yatusiza okunenya kwe olw'ekibiina kya National Unity Platform eri gavumenti okusigala ng'ekyasibya abantu mu ngeri y'okwekwasa, mu ngeri y'obugwenyufu etali mu mateeka. Ababaka ba palamenti ababiri beesesegirinya ne Ssebanyana, era nga ekibiina kino kyongera okuvumirira gavumenti okulemererwa okukola ekituufu ku bijambo ebyali e Masaka n'ensecurity egenda mu maaso n'obutali butebenkevu ne basigala nga basibya abantu nga babakuttemu ekyokwekwasa. Ensonga endala gyayogeddeko y'eyokulemererwa okukwasaganya abaana abato n'ebyokusoma by'eggwanga ne COVID, okuba nti abaana bafunye embuto mu kiseera kino ne baba nga bazaalira ku myaka emito ate nga bagenda kufa olw'embuto ze bafunye nga tebannaba kwetuuka. Mpozi njagala mmalirize n'okubategeeza nti waliwo bannaffe abamu be batadde nga nyambalirire mu muganda waffe Sserunkuuma Kojja Sserunkuuma Luddamu. Bamukwata omwana oyo ne bamusiba emyezi 6 bamusibira bwereere, myezi 10. So nga tusaba naye gyabweko kyayogera wano mu kamera n'ebizibu byeyitamu jangu wanza. So naye nga tunaba Sserunkuuma kujja katubategeeza ekintu kino banyabo ne bassebo. Waliwo ebintu ebibuuzibwa bingi nnyo. Nze National Mobilization Secretary w'ekibiina kya National Unity Platform. Tugenda kutandika okutalaaga eggwanga lyonna okubatuusaako kiki tulina okuzzaako kubanga tukyalwanirira Victoria Bay. Eggwanga lyalonda pulezidenti, ensi yonna bwekola ki bwemanyi obulungi. Tugenda kuddamu kutambula buto era essaawa yonna yonna tujabbanjulira enkola egenda okuteekebwa ku ground. Mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala.
Sserunkuuma Bosco abantu b'enansi nabwe bakazaako ebyakaana kambaata abasinzira ku background yange. Ennaku z'omwezi 2 Desemba nali omu ku abo abali bakkiririza mu nkyukakyuka era abalinga balwanirira eddembe ly'obuntu ku leve ya wansi era abalinga bali motivated ne Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi abakkiririzanga mu njiri gye yatambuzanga. Ennaku z'omwezi 2 Desemba bwakyanga olunaku olulala lwonna naye bwatuuka ekawungeezi nga sikyasobola kutegeera bintu nsi bwe zawirira ssaawa 4 ez'ekiro. Abasajja nga 10 abalina emmundu ennene ennyo bajja ne kabanga ly'amagye ne bayingira ewange ne bafosinga okuyingira ewaka ne bansikayo nga famire yange eraba ne bankolako ebibi bingi nnyo. Ne bantwala embuya gye batukubira emigo mingi nnyo nga bwe batulangira okubeera mu struggle era nga batusuubiza nti bwe tuba tulowooza nti tuli mu struggle twali twolekedde okulaba struggle entuufu oba okutegeera kyekituufu struggle kyetegeeza. Ekiro ekyo kyonna n'ebiro ebirala nga 3 twakubibwa emigo mingi nnyo n'ebikolwa bingi nnyo ebyettima byatukolebwako byesitasobola kwogera ssaawa eyo. Twatwalibwa mu kooti yawe mbuya wenyini ewali omusajja omukambwe ennyo eyagamba nti tulowooza gavumenti oba tulowooza nti state eringanga mukazi nti omu amuvaamu nga n'omulala amuddamu n'atulaga amagulu ge agali amalema nti bo balemala mu lutalo lwa kukyusa ggwanga nti naffe twali tulina okuyita mu mbeera y'emu eyo bwe tubanga ddala twali twagala kukyusa ggwanga. Bigambo bino obyogera nga nsuubira nti ebyankolebwako bikyayinza okunkolebwako naye ndi mwetefutefu tewali kyakukola kuba nteeka okubyogera bingi nnyo ne beesiyogedde nga nyina okusirika olw'ebyo byankolebwako bye nandyogedde oba oli awo ebyatukolebwako ne tusindikibwa emakindye mu baraks gye twava ne batwala ewa General Andrew Buti ne batusomera omusango ogwatuteekebwako embuya nga batwambaza akakofiira kaffe kennyini ne batukuba ebifaananyi. Omusango ogwo ne gutusomerwa mu General Court Martial ng'ennaku z'omwezi 14 Desemba ne tusindikibwa ekitalya. Twali tulina okukomawo mu kooti n'abaana abalala bangi nnyo abakyali essaawa eyo nga tulina okukomezebwawo mu kooti ng'ennaku z'omwezi 4 January. Naye okuva nga 4 January mpaka nga 6 ogw'omwenda mbaddeyo nga nkyalinda ddi lwendiddizibwa mu kooti okufuna obwenkanya ekyalinga ekizibu oba ekitaasoboka mu myezi egyo 9 okutuusa Mukama we yayamba nga Nupu baganda bange enansana ne bakulembeze bannange ne bannayuganda abaali bakkiririza mu ebyo bye nakolanga nga balwanye nnyo nendetebwa mu kooti. Bangi nateebwa recently naye nkuba omulanga eri abalina obusobozi bwonna aba human rights defender mpulidde boogera ku bahonaleba babiri abakwatibwa kituufu kibi bakwatibwa naye guno omulanga gugenda eri bannayuganda mwenna abalwanyirizi b'eddembe mwenna ate era ne paalamenti ya Uganda nti ekitalya waliyo baganda bange bangi nnyo bwe tubadde nga tukaba amaziga bwe twayita mu kunyigirizibwa kuno kwenjogedde wamu bangi nnyo bali mu kinaana kya nnaku nnyo nti abantu 8 bakyakuumiddwa emyezi 8 emyezi 9 nga tebakomezebwawo mu kooti okuva bwe basindikibwayo okufuna obwenkanya baleeyo batabulwa bavubuka abato abalondebwa nga mu bitundu ebyenjawulo wano mu Central Region bavanga ku ttaka lya Bwakabaka era n'Emmengo mbasaba mulema okusirika kubanga tebajjanga bantu mbalala tebajjanga bantu ggulu tebajjanga bantu luddawa newankubadde abaliyo bava mu bitundu ebyeyo ne babajja ku ttaka lya wano so nsaba namwe muveeyo mukonde minga ekikulu ekyo. Abaana batabulwa tebalina wakutandikira bizinesi zaabwe zaafa amayumba gaabwe babagoba bakazi baabwe banoba so nsaba buli alina kyasobola okukola kikole baganda baffe nabo bafune obwenkanya nga nange Mukama bwe yanyambye n'emufuna sina bingi bisingaawo neyanza nnyo neyanze.
All right, for the English audience, I will give just 1 minute to Comrade Mubiru, who also was recently released, to come and say something, and then we'll have questions. If you can please use just 1 minute to say something to the people of Uganda about your experience in military detention.
Ladies and gentlemen, all the media companies, I greet you all in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. First of all, I want to thank the Lord for this opportunity I've been given to expose the regime. I want to alert everyone who is watching me that we still have more than 200 political prisoners in different prisons on business grounds. I was arrested on 7th March. In fact, I was first arrested on January 7th March. I was given bail on 23rd January, then re-arrested on 7th March. I was taken at CMI, tortured, beaten, almost to the death line. By the grace of the Lord and by the using of the public, people using their audiences and different platforms, when they announced me that I was dead, that pressure mounted against them, and they presented me before the General Court Martial, where I was remanded to march in the military prison. I was isolated in one room. I couldn't see anything. I couldn't see any shine, any sun, NRA just in one room for 5 months. And the punishment they were telling me while they were doing all that, it's because I come out and I oppose the dictator, Mr. Museveni. On the same note, I want to assure the Ugandans and everyone who is watching me that we are not going to give up. We are not going to give up demanding freedom for the Ugandans. We are not going to give up to demand our victory. It's a responsibility of every Ugandan. Do not leave it for President Robert Sentamu or the NED or the leadership of NUP. It's a responsibility of every Ugandan to come out and demand the release of all the political prisoners. We have many people there. The Kenya Moses, the Wisas, everyone, many guys are still there. And they are waiting for the voice of you people to come out, and we demand the release of our people. We shall not grow weary, we shall not keep quiet of speaking the truth. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for praying. May God bless you.
All right, so we are going to have a few questions. If there are any, yes, Derek.
SG, there's been a lot of bickering, backlash between leaders of NUP and leaders of FDC, especially those that are within the new front that was just unveiled recently. Yesterday, Dr. Kiza Besigye insinuated that he had talked to Honorable Chagulani, and he had expressed regret over the bickering. But I've seen the bickering still continuing, but he was insinuating that he needed a public apology or a public statement or something like that. As NUP leadership, are you fueling these bickerings, or are you attacking the new front?
The question is understood, thank you, sir. Yes, observer, but I think.
Yeah, very Speaker. I have two questions. One, just after a contribution on what David about. What is your stand, a clear stand? Because I saw Waiswa today morning saying something different from what Dr. Besigye said, Chagwan was saying. What is NUP's stand in black and white on the new formation? And number two, Chairman has talked about mobilizing, coming out with the program. What is your next plan of action? Because speaking to people who have come out with this thing, say after the election you went to sleep. You only thing was the election, and after the election, 10 months later, you are sleeping, nothing is happening, Museveni is having a free day. So what is your next plan on actual confronting of Museveni, other than Chairman Nyan saying we are going to have a nationwide mobilization?
Thank you very much. Yes, please.
Yesterday when Dr. Besigye was addressing the press, he said he had an engagement with the NUP president about the attacks on social media from people he says are NUP supporters. But then he said he needs a public apology from NUP. Are you delivering that today? And then number two, about the front. Most of the parties that have rejected the front are saying that they were denied time to sit down with the different leaders of the parties to solve their grievances and clashes that were started in the recent elections. What are your reasons for not going to the front?
Okay, I think those are the questions. I will attempt to answer these questions. On the question of there is no bickering between NUP and FDC or any other person who is fighting for freedom in this country. We have made it clear that for us, we judge people not by what they say but what they do. And as long as any formation or any group is fighting to end the regime in Uganda, they are our allies, they are our comrades. We have made it clear that you remember during the slavery in the US, there were house slaves and field slaves, but all of them at the end of the day are slaves. when we've also said, and our president has said this many times, we are like grasshoppers in a bottle. We cannot spend all the time biting each other when the enemy is out there waiting to crush all of us. We have also made it clear that the regime that we are trying to put down is like an elephant, which is, oppressing our people. And all of us will have to touch. Some will touch the head, pulling it down. Others will hold it by the leg. Everyone will have to play their part. And we also communicate to the people of Uganda that this is not about FDC, it's not about NUP, it's not about ANT or any other political formation. It's about you as a Ugandan. What are you doing? Don't wait for NUP, don't wait for anyone. Each one of us has a responsibility to redeem this country. So while we're doing our part as a formation, we expect every Ugandan, all Ugandans in their respective formations, groupings or whatever, to continue fighting.
Just a follow-up to that, that was my question.
Yeah.
It's, I don't think there is no bickering, because I've seen tweets from the president of FDC,
yeah,
Amriat, attacking NUP, the leaders of opposition.
I think you would be best placed to answer that question.
But also this morning, I have seen comments from the deputy spokesperson.
He was not the deputy spokesperson. He has just been unveiled now. Whatever he said then, he said it. I have not seen my...
We need to hear what solutions are being put on ground. We know that there is actually bickering. We need to know what are the solutions.
And I don't think I am now in the capacity of the deputy spokesperson. And
whatever I said before, I said
in my personal capacity. But still, to retaliate, I don't think I said anything that is different from what we are saying. In fact, I said that this is, well, we may not join, but we definitely have to support all efforts of removing the dictator. So that is where maybe somebody may think we are bickering.
You said old wine in a new cup or something like that?
Okay, well, I think let this not be an exchange between the two of you. I'm just giving the official position of the party, that as NUP, we are not out there to fight fellow oppressed people. Our role is to supplement efforts. You all remember that there's a time when we had the People Power Movement, our comrades had the People's Government, and we were fighting, but in the same direction. So it is okay for all of us, we are political actors, but above all, we are all Ugandans oppressed by the regime, and we should all be working in the same direction. So the question about what is our stand, that is our stand. These are comrades who are pushing in the same direction as us. So if we are all pushing towards the same direction, I don't think there's need for us all to be under one umbrella for us to be said. But you remember, comrades, that NUP has been championing the unity of the forces of change. You remember very well that immediately after election, we wrote to all political parties and requested to work together. Some responded, others for one reason or another. Some said, we need to consult our organs, others, whatever they said at the time. So we continue to pursue unity. We continue to pursue the unity of all forces of change in this country. And I believe at an appropriate time you'll see us coming together to further the struggle against the dictatorship. But above all, we are glad that the people of Uganda are united. It is really not about the people at the top only, but the people of Uganda uniting in furtherance of the struggle against the dictatorship. Now, someone asked a question about the next plan of action. The next plan of action is what we are talking about. We have been moving, and we continue to move. Immediately after elections, you know what we are dealing with. Thousands of our people in prisons. I'm happy to report that through different actions that we've taken, protests, legal actions and others, maybe about 80% of our people have been freed from these jails. They have been partially freed, they are now out on bail, but we still have many others, hundreds, still at Chitaria, at Chigo, and many other prisons across the country. And so we are continuing, doing actions, and you saw us the other day in the diaspora trying to bring our people together, protesting there. So it is not true that there have been no actions. No, we are taking actions. These actions are deliberate. And we have a plan as NUP, but most importantly as a People Power movement, we have a plan to take this struggle forward, and we continue. You'll see us every once in a while come up with new strategies. We've, for example, been engaging on an international front, again as a regime, because like our president said that at some point, we believe that the international community has been supporting these dictators not only in Uganda but in other places as well. When people are tortured and killed and abducted, and then, you know, people continue to support a regime as oppressive as one of that we have in Uganda, it is our responsibility at the people of Uganda to tell those people, stop funding our oppression. So these are some of the actions we've been doing and will continue to do. And as Chairman Yan said, we're going to continue mobilizing the country, and we are going to unveil our plan of action in the coming days. Again, I think someone asked a question about reasons for not joining. I think I've already answered that. That ours is to continue working, whether on different fronts or the same front, all of us, as long as we are moving in the same direction, that is all we need to be doing. Well, I did not hear that request, but I don't think there's any need to apologize about anything, because what we are saying is what we've been saying. And please, sometimes the media tries to create the impression that there is a clash between ourselves and those leaders. There is no clash whatsoever. These are comrades we talk to. Sometimes we may disagree in approach, but all of us, as long as all of us are pushing in the same direction, that is what matters. So we meet, we talk regularly as possible. Sometimes we may have different approaches to doing things, but we are all moving in the same direction. And like I said, the National Unity Platform has been open to uniting with other forces of change to further the struggle against dictatorship. And we have not backtracked on that. We shall continue pursuing that unity until the dictatorship falls. In Uganda, maybe a bit. Babuziza nyo ku nsonga ya ekisinde oba formation baganda bafe abamu gye bakoze gye buvudde awo kakaawo. Ate ffe nga NUP tubadde tutambulira ku ngombo ey'okukwatagana n'ebibiina n'abantu ne formation zonna ezenyigidde mu kaweefube okujjako nakyemalira mu Uganda. Tetulina buzibu bwonna n'omuntu yenna avaayo okwongerezaamu maanyi ku nsonga eno gye tuliko. So si kituufu tetulina butakwatagana n'abo abantu, tulina obutakwatagana n'abo abantu, wabula tutambulira wamu. Tuyinza obutabeera mu umbrella y'emu, wabula ebigendererwa byabwe ebiba byakujjako nakyemalira, ffe tetulina buzibu nabo. Ekirala kikyetuzaako kyetukola betuze nga tukola mu biraba, era tukyagenda mu maaso n'okubikola n'okunga abantu baffe okulaba nga nakyemalira tumumalamu amaanyi ne tumujja mu ggwanga lyaffe, effugabbi ne tulijjako mu ggwanga lyaffe. Kakati mutulabe nga twenyigira mu bikolwa eby'enjawulo nga tulwanirira abantu baffe be basiba, tugenda mu nsi eyo okukola protests oba demonstrations ne meetings ezimu nga tutegeeza ensi mulekeraawo okusupportinga nakyemalira oba mulekeraawo okufandinga ebikolwa ebyokutulugunya abantu, okutta abantu n'ebirala bwe bityo. So activities zaffe zigenda mu maaso, era tujja kuvaayo ne programu ey'omuggundu nga kyamanyanzi babagambye eya mobilization, naye mobilization egenda mu maaso n'ebirala byonna byetukola, activities zonna zikyagenda mu maaso. Bwe ekisembayo kwe kusaba bannamawulire obutagezaako okuteekawo embeera eraga nti tulina obutakwatagana ne baganda baffe ab'omu bibiina ebirala oba ab'omu formations endala. Ffenna ekigendererwa kyaffe bwe kiba kyakujjako nakyemalira, kye tulina okussaako essira, ekyo kye tuliko. Era ffe dictatorship eno gye tulwanyisa tugirawa ng'enjovu. Buli omu mu ffe bannayuganda, oba oli wa kibiina ki, oba oli wa ddiini ki, oba ovaawo mu ggwanga, olina okubeerawo w'okwata, as long as enjovu tugipushinga mu direction y'emu. Gwe bw'oba okutte ku mutwe, nze nga nkutte ku magulu, ate totandika kumbuza lwaki okuttaawo nze nenkwata wano. Ffenna tukolere wamu okulaba nga nakyemalira tumusuula wansi. Tetusobola kubanga ffenna tuli mu busibe ne tutandika kompitinga kulaba ani anaatukulira mu kkomera. Kiba tekimakinga sense. Eggwanga lyaffe tumanyi ebizibu byalyo bingi nnyo mwenanga bimanyi. Ebyo tulina okufokasingako. N'olwekyo baganda baffe abamu bwe bavaayo ne bekunga ne bagamba katuteeke direction eno, kiba kirungi naffe bwe tukwatira wano okulaba nti ffenna eventually nakyemalira tumusuula ku ttaka. Naye kirala National Unity Platform oba ekibiina kyaffe kino kibadde n'ekisinde kya People Power. Tubadde ku mwanjo okulaba nga tusaba unity oba okukwatagana wakati waffe n'abalala. Era mujjukira bulungi bwe twaba mu kalulu twawandiikira bonna abali ku ludda olulwanyisa nakyemalira ne tubasaba tumitinge tuwayeemu tulabe struggle tugitute tutya mu maaso. So si kituufu nti tulina butakwatagana, tutambulira awamu okulaba nga nakyemalira tumusuula wansi. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala. Ekisooka ensonga sina kiwulirako personally, naye ekisingira ddala nti byetwogera wano, byetwogera mu public, byetwogera mu private spaces, tetulina kyetukweka. Nga bwe njogedde tetulina ate tetusanctioningangako ng'ekibiina. Mukimanyi bulungi nnyo bannange nti tulwana ne nakyemalira ainvestinga nnyo okulaba nga tetukwatagana. Tetugenda kufuelinga ensonga eyo okulaba nga afuna kyayagala. Tetukwataganira wamu era tujja kubeerezaamu mpaka nga nakyemalira tumusudde ku ttaka. Mwebale nnyo.
Yimirira mu bali.
Tulivimba mu Uganda, tuliyambala engulesi masa olutalo nga luwedde, tuliyambala engule tulivimba mu Uganda empya. People power! Power! People power!
Yes, that's what happened, and that's what I wanted to show you. You've got the message very well. All you need to do is to also play your part. You know, this I just had a comrade here by the name Alex Mumuza proposing that we should have. He first said, I suggest that we have 4 deputies to translate the party's message to corresponding major regions of Uganda, i.e. Central, Western, Eastern, and Northern. People power, our power. Yes, that is a good suggestion. Actually, I responded and told him that we have them. We have Zedriga for North, we have Joel Mugisha for Western, we have John Baptist Nambeshi for Eastern, and then Puga for Buganda region. Now, and then he said he meant spokespersons. Yes, I agree with you, brother. But I believe then the party will be so constrained. Yeah, would be so constrained having 4 deputy presidents, having 4 deputy spokespersons, and having I believe as it upgrades to that level. I agree with you, we should have them, but as of now, as it transcends to that level, we should also play our part. We should try as much as we can to translate all these messages to the people deep down there, just like we have always done. Yeah, that little we can also play. I always tell my friends that never underestimate whatever you do for a socio-economic and political non-fictional change that we are aiming for. Never underestimate, however little it might be. Once you consistently do it, once you persist and you do not relent, I guarantee you, by the end of the day, we shall overcome. So, as the party upgrades to that level, let us also play our part. Let us be the spokespersons of those regions. Let us make sure that whatever message is passed out there yeah, we translate it the people. Osanga abantu nga bemulugunya ku kintu gwe kyotegeera, don't hesitate responding to them, don't hesitate translating to them, explaining to them in the best language they can easily understand. Alright guys, have the best of the day. I remain JBMuwonge. Message tambuze kwecho ino kola message gitambuze, yeah, message tambuze ne muganda waffe Alex Waiswa Mufumbiro tumwagalize mikisa myerere. I'm very sure mumulabe bulungi nnyo nga ayogera, is so committed. Era otunulira messages okuva mbakulembeza abenjawulo, our president, the spokesperson, the deputy, general secretary and the rest. They are very confident because they have worked with him from day one up to today, and he has proven them that he's capable of, things like what he has been appointed to do. Okay, that is it. Have a blessed day.